Hello Internet, welcome back to our Magiclysm playthrough. Oh, we're in the other lab. We have damage on every body part. I guess we probably fell in a pit or something, I don't really remember. We have a flashlight on. No, we're just glowing. We'll wait a couple turns. We're just going to be continuing to loot this lab, checking things out. We're probably going to do a lot of talking today. Oh, we found a spider. Did we harvest meat from... Yeah, we did. So we're going to need to cook those. We don't have anything to cook in, unfortunately. We popped into this lab thinking that I intended to bring the brazier from the other lab with us. And in the last lab, when we went downstairs, we immediately found a residential area which allowed us to have access to a stove. That does not look like that's the case in this particular lab. So unless we find a... Oh no. Interesting. This may be a mole rat. I can't think of anything. Oh, it's a barracks? Oh god, I'm scared to be here. This might be new. Looks like they may have put a barracks that actually was already destroyed and entered. What we're gonna do... That light blindness. We need to smash this light, but we need to be careful doing so because if we cross here and there's a turret in there, we will take a bullet. Let's try running. May have been dumb to do that. Interesting. They may have updated the map gen so that there are open barracks because I've never seen an open barracks before. And the human corpses can't be spawned unless they... they only have one or two items on them. That is a pre-spawned corpse. This is not a corpse that was killed since we've been here. Human corpses are the only ones that can be spawned manually in the game, as far as I know, are the only corpses. And typically, if this had been an NPC that had been killed, it would produce a human corpse, but it would have much more loot on it. So this is a pre-generated area. Really interesting that they chose to do this. I actually really like that because if you can get into a lab at low levels but maybe can't access the barracks, this gives you if you get I presume is a small percentage chance to spawn, and it would be a way for a character that would maybe not otherwise be able to get into the lab, into the barracks, to go into the barracks. So that's pretty neat. I think we have an M17 already, but we're going to be looting this area. It looks like it's going to be clear of enemies. Ballistic glasses I will take because I don't think we're wearing any eye gear. We're wearing safety glasses, but they don't have glare protection. Let's look at those side by side just to get an idea of what they compare to. That is an M17. That's not what I want. And the safety glasses. Ballistic glasses, higher protection in every regard. They give 100% coverage, so we wouldn't be getting hit in the eyes anymore. It would give us protection of 100%. Also has glare protection, which the safety goggles do not. So we're going to wear the ballistic glasses. Pretty nice, actually, to find. Obviously a small thing. We don't often get hit in the eyes, but that 100% protection is very valuable. You remember I complained just a few episodes ago about how we got hit in the eyes through the safety glasses with their 95% coverage. I don't think we're going to take most of this basic gear. I should really be flashing a light in here before I enter just because of the... Oh man, light amp goggles are so good. We had those in our apartment rat playthrough, and just the huge vision radius that they give is incredible. And we will no longer have to worry about... Are we still carrying light batteries in our... No. So what we're going to do, for the time being, we can slap our flashlights... battery into the amp goggles. The amp goggles I thought for a long time were broken, but it turns out they actually just drain such a small amount of power that you virtually never have to... Man, it's going to encumber our eyes though with the ballistic glasses. I guess we take off the ballistic glasses, even though the amp goggles offer much less, actually 100% coverage with really good protection values. Unfortunately, getting hit in the amp goggles is not good. So we're going to go back to having a green tint on everything. Hope you're okay with that, because that's what we're going to do. leg ammo pouch. So we don't need to worry about turrets anymore because this has a radius of like 9 tiles or something like that. And turrets can only see out to 3 tiles or so. It is just going to have to make us a little bit more cautious. We're going to keep an eye on the charges just in case it's changed. We're currently at 46. And we're going to just check to make sure that that's not an issue. So now we can see much further than the turrets. We don't have to worry about 1 round in the M17 that is stored in a locker. You would think ammo in a locker would be a little bit, a gun in a locker would have more ammo in it. You would think, what are these made of? Plastic and Kevlar, but they're so small we wouldn't be able to butcher them for very much. We'll take it as a backup pair. We need to look at the light goggles and see what they require. Are plastic and steel. Okay. This should be repairable with a welder, which we will... Hello, zombie soldier. Yeah, we'll just shoot it. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, if I had reloaded the if I had left the ammo in the N17... In fact, aren't we... Let's just use the Glock. We don't use the pistols very much. The ammo for the Glock is... Oh, wait. Why do we have a Glock? Isn't it a... I thought we replaced this with a SIG in a previous episode. Okay, that's unfortunate. We're going to shoot him as much as possible before he can get out. I don't have any game sound. Why don't I have any game sound? I'm just realizing this. Oh, because I'm deaf. Okay, let's take off our earplugs because I keep forgetting to do that, and it's important to hear your surroundings. So, like there we hear smash, which means there's something up there, which we did not hear up until this point because we were busy fooling around. So, odds are good there's a mole rat up there, which we really don't want to engage necessarily. I'm 100% sure we can kill it with the auto shotgun, but it's really not. If you don't have to engage, why engage? No, ignore. See, the problem with this bar, I'm going to hit ignore. Okay, that time it revealed us. There is stuff collapsing up there. It's almost certainly a mole rat. I really wish this guy would die so we could go address that. Oh, I hit the button and it stopped. Okay, so let's get our auto shotgun out. Let's deal with this before it collapses any more of the building. Hello, mole rat. A gigantic naked mole rat. Is this the one we saw in the rail station? The same creature? Yes, it is the same. I mean, it's not the same one. We're very, very far away from where the railway station is. I mean, it's the same creature type. Good hit. Yeah, this thing's going to go down, no problem. Moderately injured. Oh. Heavily injured. Okay, it's regenerating. It went from heavily injured to moderately injured. I didn't know they had that ability. It is uninjured. Oh no. Okay, heavily injured. We need to not let it regen. We need to hit it as quickly as possible. So we can't wait for perfect shots. We just need to take the shot. Okay. Man, when I saw it regenerating, it seems a little healthier. Man, that scared me. I was like, oh my god, we have to run. I reloaded the 9mm. I didn't mean to. M17 is apparently 9mm, which is good. It's good to have a 9mm rifle because the 9mm ammo is so plentiful. What's the damage on this? 0, because it's not loaded with any ammunition. So it doesn't modify the damage at all. Like the Storm, for instance, gives a damage bonus. A 2 plus the bullet damage, whereas this is 0 plus bullet damage. So it's not great, but it is a 9mm weapon. 540 dispersion. Oh my goodness, why is it so high? Well, whatever. We dealt with the mole rat. So it was a mole rat that was destroying things. I don't know where those human corpses came from, unless this was pre-generated this way. I don't know. Let's activate our holster, put away our Glock, which we need to remember to reload. I thought we switched that to the SIG, because the SIG had a better damage point. Doesn't look like that's the case. Anyway, didn't expect to find a barracks like this. Are we still at 46 charge? We are. I was going to come in here and talk about how sad I am, which I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like, oh, murder. but you're never sad. You're a beacon of light and joy in my life, and every time I come to your channel, you're just so uplifting and just, it's amazing. And it's like, yeah, you know, you're totally full of crap, but okay, you know, like, yeah, I get sad, and yeah, I talk about it. Don't hate me. Don't hate me for it. We're not going to take this because it's so damaged, it's not worth it. But anyway, you probably remember I mentioned, hey, I'm recording some Deus Ex because I love that game and I want to put some stuff up on a channel. Well, I recorded about 3 episodes when I first started to make sure that it was recording properly, to make sure that everything was okay. See, we can't tell if there's light here. Can we... Looks too dangerous to mess with. Why? Why can't I put a cover on it? There's just no 2x4s nearby, I guess. Grab a plank. All this rubble, I think you have a chance to fall down, but it's not super bad. And here, again, because of the night vision, we can pretty much see everything. So it's basically a free armory. Our inventory is pretty full. MBR vest empty is perfect because we can put Kevlar in it, and since we are wearing the turnout coat, we're actually been very hot lately, so we can take off the turnout coat to swap into the MBR vest and then just wear arm guards instead, which will reduce our heat considerably, I believe, and still give us pretty good protection on the same body parts. We're gonna have to make a trip out of here. We need to set up a base. Do these give sheet metal? No. So we still don't have access to a brazier. Probably ought to run back to the other base and grab the brazier. Just because we already made one, it's easier that way. We would have to dig through the rubble here. That has mods on it. That seems really good. Let's check this out. M1, M11, I don't know, M110A1? What are you? 308 rifle, -1 damage, so it deals -1 plus bullet damage. It has a suppressor, rifle scope, adjustable stock, and a bipod. We're definitely taking it, even if we're not going to use it. Those mods are pretty valuable. Since they updated, a while back they made some changes and added some things. We did take damage on the rubble. Probably ought to bring our shovel down here anyway for digging things out, and I think we probably ought to make a trip back to our old base at the other lab and pick up our brazier. Just because it's prudent to do so. It's valuable. We can make this our little base area. We can set up a brazier and just use these beds, and I think that that's the right play. For now, we're going to drop everything in a pile. Maybe no, because we'll need to get Kevlar plates and things, which we will deal with. We'll deal with that later. I'm going to hang on to the meat, otherwise I'll forget that we have it. Drop everything that isn't favorited. I did favorite a lot of things when I was transitioning our stuff into the car so that we would have... it would be just easier to drop things. You'll see it's all the things that are favorited. It automatically does not highlight them for dropping. It drops everything that isn't favorited. Still at 46 charge. Minimal pain, I guess because we fell and cut our feet or something. And I think we will head back to pick up the brazier because we're going to need a fire source and things in the near future. So, we're going to make another trip. Unfortunately, back to base. This is enough vision to drive by, I think, and I think it was pretty safe. We need to address this battery charge in this vehicle. We keep driving it, and it's running out of charge, so that's really not good. We really need to address that. We probably have enough to make the trip back and then make the trip to the next town, but then we will be completely out of charge, so definitely needs to be addressed. Anyway, yeah, I recorded like 3 episodes of Deus Ex. And they came out beautifully, you know, nice and smooth recording, no frame drop issues. If you watch the channel for any length of time, you've probably seen that I had a bunch of frame drop issues. Like I canceled my Trials series because of frame rate issues. I canceled I mean, honestly, I canceled about 6 different series because my capture card was really bad and was preventing me from recording. And so I was really excited that, like, Deus Ex, it worked. I didn't have any issues. It just recorded fine. And so I proceeded to, over the course of the last week or so, record, like, an additional, like, 15 episodes. I think I got up to, like, episode 18. And I started editing them all. And edited, like, 10 of them. And all of a sudden, all the videos had frame rate issues. Like, every video after, like, the 4th one had all these frame rate issues. And at first it didn't seem so bad. You know, in editing I use like 360p, really low resolution, because it's easier on my computer for the preview images and stuff. And it drops frames automatically because it's a low resource video editor. And so I didn't notice in editing. So I didn't notice until I had exported all these videos and got them ready to upload. And so now I have like 18 videos I recorded, which is like, they're about 35 minutes each. So like 9 hours of my life was spent recording. And then editing, you know, each video I was doing the old style editing where I was, you know, having to, I would stop, and anytime there was dialogue, I would turn up the volume so it was a little clearer. And anytime there wasn't volume, wasn't dialogue, I would turn it down. In order to make it a little more, let's get the brazier up, a little bit more, can we grab it once it's put up? Okay, good. A little bit easier to hear things and a little smoother dialogue and stuff. And yeah, all of it is framey, and I invested probably about 20 hours of my life into those videos. And I can't put them up on the channel. I just can't. They're really bad quality, and we don't want to do that. I don't want things on the channel that are not. I didn't save, of course. I don't want things on the channel that are not good quality, you know. And I hate it because I spent all this time doing it. And at first they didn't seem so bad. So I thought like, you know, we'll just do it. We'll just put it up on the channel anyway. Nobody cares. I don't get a lot of views anyway, so it's like, you know, nobody's going to be upset with me if it's not perfect. People just won't watch it if they don't want to watch it. But the more I watched, the worse it was, and I just don't know what to do about it. I keep dropping the crowbar, even though I feel 100% confident that I favorited the crowbar. Oh, and it's damaged now. We're going to need to make a new one because it will inhibit our ability to smash things. I'm going to gather up some wood. The problem with this generator is that there's not a lot of wood on the ground floor, so we'll be primarily pulling it from down here. But when we haul the wood, it's going to take a long time per tile, and we're going to end up getting shocked, like inevitably going to get shocked by the generator while we're trying to haul things. So we will try to move everything that is not precious wood. See, it beelined right to me through the wall. Ignore. It hit me again. It shocked me twice. Like, it's just, I really hate these generators. I'm pretty sure they're coded to hit you. Like, I don't think it is random. It seems like it's random, but I'm pretty sure it's coded to target the player. So I actually really hate those generators. I think that they're really stupid because they can hit you through walls and things, which doesn't seem, I don't know how electricity goes through a concrete wall exactly, but whatever. Move this crap out of here that we don't need. Don't need a tonfa, don't need tobacco seeds. Give me the wood panel back. Wow, the weight on those is pretty crazy. Television we don't need, nails we don't need. If we ever need nails, I mean, they come in such high densities that it's not even. So yeah, like 20 hours of my life just gone. And it's stuff that, you know, that's time I could have spent working on the channel. That's time I could have spent coming up with ideas for Cataclysm videos. That's time I could have spent recording a different series. And it's really, I'm like genuinely, like, I maybe cried about it a little bit. Like, it was really upsetting when I started looking at them to post them online. You know, I was going to buy a better internet connection just to upload these videos because it would take so long. and yeah, it just they're garbage. I wouldn't watch them. You know, if I were even if I were a fan of somebody's YouTube channel, I would not watch a really messed up video. Like, I would not watch a video where there's really bad frame rate issues and things like that, just because that stuff would really, really annoy me. I guess we'll make a books pile. For now, this is fine. This is fine. And we'll just sort stuff out to get a little bit of space. And we will cook some meat because we're going to need to eat at some point. And we will drop that in the fire here. Activate the lighter. Oh, the amp goggles is down to 42. So they are now draining charge, which they weren't before. So we are going to be a little cautious as to how much we use them. They've lost 4 charge, which is not a lot, but we do not have the ability to replace those batteries. We have no ability of recharging them. Now, we are finding light batteries pretty reliably, but you can't bank on that for any real length of time. You have to assume that you're going to run out. Otherwise, you use them up because you think, oh, I'll just keep finding more, and then you don't, and it's like, oh man, pretty miserable. Of course, I forgot to mark the firewood source, and because we are wearing the goggles, we can't actually see. Activate the lighter. Okay, mark the firewood source. I don't know if they fixed this. I know somebody had said that they were fixing it to fix the firewood source issue. Let's cancel. Of course, it already started them. I hate that so much. If you hit the button, it auto starts crafting, and then you end up with this extra craft, even though that's not what I wanted to do. Activate the craft. Okay. Hooray. Whatever. Now we have meat. Let's eat the meat. No, don't eat the chunk of meat. Eat the cooked meat. All of it. Probably should drink something as well, and we are tired, so we will probably sleep. We're not in any real danger with our limb damage, so I'm not super worried about that. Let us... food pile, I think, was here. We'll just drink some juice. And we'll pop a couple aspirin, although it won't matter because we'll get over it while we're sleeping. We'll head over here and we'll just sleep. No blankets. Okay. Pretty sure we brought a blanket with us. Blank? No. Sheet? No. Okay, well, literally no blankets or anything. I could swear I just saw a blanket somewhere. Maybe back here. Let's check our unsorted pile. Sheet? That wasn't the unsorted. That's the tools. Sheet? Oh my god, just give me something. Blanket, I'll take it. That's fine. Blanket is fine. We'll drop it here. Blanket, and I know we had a pillow. Oh my god, I can't type. Pillow. Thank you. I don't know if the pillow even matters for sleeping stuff, but we're gonna just we're gonna go to bed. Hopefully we're not too cold with the hole in the wall right there. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what to record anymore. It's like I was excited to play Deus Ex because it's a game from my childhood that I really loved. I should have put on my earplugs before I went to sleep. We're hearing things die in the lab. Hopefully giant mole rats don't revive. That would be pretty much a bummer. So like, I want to do Cataclysm content, but like, I don't know what to do. Vormithrax does all the tutorial stuff, right? So I feel like I can't compete with him at all. He's much better at it than I am. And it just seems almost disrespectful to try and make the same kind of videos that he makes. But most people that watch Cataclysm on YouTube are watching tutorial content, so it seems like that's what I should be doing if I want, a lot of views and things. And usually my tutorial type stuff is what gets the most views on the channel. So it's a tough thing to figure out, and I just don't feel like I'm good at it, and I don't know what to say that hasn't already been covered by someone else. And then when I started the channel, I wanted to do role plays, and then I would watch Rycon. Everybody knows Rycon role plays, and I enjoy his videos, but they're not what I would do. I would do much more of a writing style, like a narration type thing. He's more like he plays a character, but he's also talking about what he's doing and why he's making those choices in the game. I wouldn't do that. I would do 100% role play. It would be me in character the whole time. And I have an idea of a character and what to do, but it requires me to do some setup in like modding stuff for Cataclysm. And I really just haven't been in the mood to actually do any of the modding stuff. So it's like I've never started on that. And then also I'm a little embarrassed to play a character. It seems silly to me to play a character. I've never done anything like that. I've never tried to do that. I've never role played. I've never acted or anything like that. And I just don't know if it would be good. And I feel kind of like I wouldn't be good at it. And the self-esteem stuff keeps me from doing it. And I don't know what to do for the channel. I could start another Cataclysm Let's Play, but what's the point? Like I already have one that's running 7 days a week. Is having two actually going to benefit the channel, or are people just going to watch one and ignore the other anyway? I don't know. I just don't know what to do for the channel. Like all I can record is these old ASCII type games. Roguelikes are the only thing, because like look at Cataclysm, right? I'm moving. There's not a lot of frames here. It's like 1 frame per button press. So even if my capture card is dropping frames, it doesn't matter because there's no like smooth animations in Cataclysm that would be interrupted by that. So I can play games like this. I could play NetHack or Angband on the channel, but nobody watches those. Like I check out Angband. I like Angband. There's really no YouTubers that do it. I've been checking, and there really aren't people who play it. And the reason they don't play it is because nobody watches it. It's one of those super nerdy things. Yeah, do people play the game? For sure. People really like those games. But nobody wants to watch someone else play it, especially not someone who's, genuinely pretty bad. We're going to drop our auto shotgun and swap to the battle rifle just because of ammunition constraints. I think we want to drop it here. Did that go in the trunk? It did. So we're going to pick up the battle rifle because we have 54 rounds for this as opposed to like the 3 rounds we have in the auto shotgun. And the damage is comparable. The battle rifle is just so good. Like, not only does it have a 100-round clip, so we're basically guaranteed to always have enough bullets to deal with what we're dealing with, but in addition to that, it deals a full 52 points of damage. You'll see this gun actually boosts the damage by 10, which is the biggest I've ever seen on a gun now that I'm thinking about it. It gives 10 plus the bullet damage, so 52, which our auto shotgun deals what, like 68 damage, something like that, 69. Where did we put auto? I can't spell today. I can't type. Auto shotgun deals, scroll down please, 60. So it's on par with the weapon that we currently have. Plus it uses the rifle skill, which we raised through a reading. We have a rifle skill of 3, whereas we actually only have a shotgun of 1. So it is better. Our aim will be faster, things like that, than if we were using the shotgun. I think we also want to address did we bring combat boots with us? Or do we just want to go down and get them? I don't think we carried them with us. I figured if we needed materials, we could go back. I think what we're going to do right now, we're going to go finish looting the armory. We're going to bring the MBR vest and some combat boots. We're going to butcher the combat boots for Kevlar, and we're going to install those into the MBR vest and see about swapping out our turnout gear. Because I think that will give us considerably less torso encumbrance, which would be very, very valuable given that we're really bad at melee right now with a 49. Basically, we have a 50% chance to miss every single melee swing, which is super bad. But for now, I think I should call the episode. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I, of course, will be back with more Cataclysm content every single day of the week. And I will see you in the next episode.